Well, hi Pit Stop crew. We're back with another barbecue review. And we went to one that we drive by all the time and super happy we actually stopped.
Yeah, we had a good holiday season. We've been visiting a lot of barbecue joints, and we hope you had a great holiday season as well. Now we're going to kick off the new year and kind of go through some of the barbecue joints we visited over the past couple months. And today's barbecue joint is Boss Hog BBQ from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina.
Yeah, good old Sherrills Ford. So this little area was a former gas station, and I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research because there's not a whole lot out there, so I'll add that in the voiceover, whatever I find. But it was super cute when you walked in. It had that abandoned gas station feel, but completely gutted, super nice, and they had the cinder blocks and what I thought was metal roofing on the walls, but the closer I got was actually like a printed wallpaper, which was actually a really nice touch. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool place. It was very inviting. It's like your typical barbecue restaurants around this area. They take something old and then put something new in it. So I think it's been around for maybe 5-10 years, somewhere in there. But she'll do the history of it and try to figure all that stuff out.
For sure for you guys. But let's talk about the food. That's the important part. So we went in. They had a huge menu.
Yeah, they had a massive menu. They had a lot of sides and a lot of everything. But we tried to do our normal, get the same stuff we normally get everywhere else. We did brisket, we did the pulled pork, yep, and we did ribs, and then we did a couple of sides as well. We did coleslaw, potato salad, and baked beans, and then we got some hush puppies on the side that they.
You got some hush puppies.
Yeah, she's gluten free, so she couldn't have those.
But he'll tell you about those later. So, yes, we got the 3 meats, but 3 sides this time. And then we had our daughter with us, so she gave us the kids' menu opinion. But overall, you want to start with?
Let's start with the brisket. So, The brisket came out, and it was, anytime you see a brisket that falls apart, not a good thing. It was very, very overcooked. It wasn't very juicy, unfortunately, but it did have a pretty decent taste to it. It had a pretty good smoke taste to it. But definitely would not go there for the brisket. I mean, it definitely could have been a bad day for them.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest reception we got when we went in there was everybody was asking about the ribs. Mm-hmm. So we'll go ahead and jump to the ribs. And I have to say, that would be one of the things that would get me to go back there. The ribs are probably, in my opinion, the best ribs we've had so far on this journey.
They're pretty high up there, and it tells you a good sign. Like he was saying, the guy behind us literally asked, "Are the ribs ready yet?" So if that tells you something, the ribs are good, and they were really good. I don't know if I'd put them in the best category, but I would say they're definitely in the top 5 of the ribs I've tried.
Yeah, I definitely think they're the best we've had. They were pull off the bone and bite off the bone, and the bone was clean when you were done with it. And they had some really good barbecue sauces. They had
There's the firecracker.
Yeah, the firecracker was really, really, really good on those. We put all the barbecue sauces on all the meats just to kind of try them with it. We always taste it first. We taste it without anything on it. And as soon as I bit into that rib, I was like, man, this is good. And they had the membrane on there, which I'm not normally a big fan of.
But it wasn't that bad.
You really couldn't tell.
No.
And, I mean, the meat was just juicy. There was a good flavor to it.
It's a little sweet to me. Yeah, you said you didn't pick out the sweetness, but I tasted, maybe it was the rub, like you were saying.
Yeah, the rub was really good. I didn't get a lot of sweetness in it, but it could have been that they put put some brown sugar in there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking was probably in there.
But yeah, the ribs stole the show, other than one side, but we'll get there. Pulled pork was a little bit less to be desired to me. It was very basic, but super juicy.
I thought the pulled pork was really good. It was very juicy, and you're gonna get that in the Western North Carolina pulled pork because they chop it up. Eastern North Carolina, they cook it to like 203 to 205, and it fall apart tender, and they pull it. Here they do it to about 190, 195, and where they can actually have slices, or they'll chop it up for you. So you get a lot of juice that runs out when you do that, but then they reincorporate it when they kind of roll it into a ball and put it on your plate. So I thought it was pretty good. It was lacking dry rub. That was a big kind of
Yeah,
kind
there's
of
no
downfall of the barbecue.
crispy skin, or you couldn't see anything. It was just full solid, just chopped pork. There wasn't any skins or
Well,
ends. I didn't see any.
crispy skin's only going to happen when, like, a lot of people cook Boston butts or shoulders,
Okay.
and they don't have the skin on them. So you're only going to get that a lot of times with whole hog, or if they buy the shoulder with the skin on it. So you're not always going to get that. We haven't got that at very many places actually.
Just a few, and those are my favorite.
Yeah, they don't cook much whole hog in the western part of the state. They're more shoulders and Boston butts. In the eastern part of the state, though, we will start running into whole hog, and there are some places that do that really well.
So they did have a hog sauce, which to me, apparently I just didn't like the pork here, because other than the ribs were amazing. It was more of just like a mild vinegar tomato sauce. There was not a lot of seasoning for me.
Yeah, it was your run of the mill Western North Carolina barbecue sauce with the vinegar and ketchup and some red pepper flakes and all that, some pepper and all that jazz. But I thought the hog sauce was pretty good. Now there is a little interesting thing I've noticed through the years when I have had apple cider vinegar and taste it. If you keep apple cider vinegar in the jar with the metal lid on it, you can actually start to taste the metal break down after a while. And if you have it in a plastic bottle, you won't have that problem because there's not metal on it. But I did taste that in their sauce, like it came out of a jar with a metal lid on it. And it's nothing against anybody who stores apple cider vinegar or any kind of vinegar with a metal lid on it, even in a mason jar. I mean, you're gonna taste that. You're gonna taste that lid.
But I didn't think about that until you said that when we were kind of recapping.
It gives it a little metallic taste to it.
You're right. I do recognize that flavor. Maybe I like that flavor because I like that strong vinegar. I'm an Eastern pulled pork girl. I do like a couple Lexington sauce, but I am an Eastern pulled pork girl. All right, so the 3 sides to recap. Oh, one more sauce before we jump to that. They had their basic Boss Hog sauce. And it's funny because we both said the same thing. It reminded us of Sweet Baby Ray's right off the bat. Maybe mixed with something else.
I think that was just a standard barbecue sauce.
All
The
right.
Boss Hog sauce was the Western North Carolina barbecue that you put on the pulled pork.
No, that was the hog sauce.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I have pictures.
I think it was just called Boss Hog Standard Barbecue Sauce though. They had the label on there with a band, and it had Boss Hog on one side, and then it had the barbecue sauce label on the other, because it was labeled. Their name is Boss Hog, so that's kind of how they did it. But their original barbecue sauce reminded me a lot of Sweet Baby Ray's. It might have a little bit in it, or they might not use it at all. It might be their own brand, but it also reminded me of a little bit of Sonny's barbecue sauce that you used to buy at Sam's, and of course you can get it at Sonny's barbecue restaurant. That's a big chain around the eastern United States.
All right, so the sides, we had the baked beans, the potato salad, and coleslaw. We'll start with baked beans. To me, they were not bad. They, like everybody, and we do it ourselves, tastes like a really good canned baked bean that you doctor up a little with some bell pepper, maybe a little bit of meat, and a little bit of spice. I mean, it was good.
So one of the things that I caught out of this was I tasted in the baked beans coffee flavor.
Yeah,
so
right.
I think they either poured some coffee in there, or maybe a little bit.
Coffee
maybe like a coffee rub. But there definitely wasn't coffee grounds in there, because you definitely would.
Yeah, those would
that
stand
out.
out.
But I don't know if they poured a little bit of coffee in there or what. But I caught some coffee flavor in there. It could have just been the baked beans that they used too. But I thought they were pretty good. I really like the fact that they had the bell pepper in them. A lot of people don't do that, but I like bell pepper and onion in my baked beans. So I thought the baked beans were pretty good.
Now, the coleslaw actually was not bad. They had 2 different versions. They had the vinegar base, which you guys know I'm torn on, and then they had the mayonnaise base, and I really liked it. It was finely chopped, sweet, mayonnaise-y. I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy, but it was a good basic coleslaw.
Yeah, their mayo slaw I thought was good. It's like your average. When I say average, I mean it's like a good coleslaw that pretty much everybody has that same flavor profile of. Had a little bit of pepper in it. Was mayonnaise. Your chopped cabbage, and they chopped it really fine, so it's kind of like the really fine slaw that you get at pretty much most of the restaurants that we've been to so far. People are gonna have to do something wild off the cuff,
Yeah, I mean,
outside the original to like get somebody's attention on coleslaw.
yeah, coleslaw
And
is hard to do.
I know there's people out there that do that,
Call
and
us.
it's
We'll come.
more of the new school people than the old school people, because the old school barbecue like to keep it, OG. So they don't like to change things, and they do things very simple. But that simple barbecue history is what North Carolina is all about.
Very true.
That's what we're looking for.
So
The new and the old.
Yeah, the side that blew me away. Oh, I loved it so much. I could eat gallons of it. Was the potato salad.
Yeah, their potato salad
Whew.
was really good. It was definitely your standard
Grandma's creamy potato salad, Southern style.
Southern standard potato salad, but they kind of kicked it up a notch. They had some paprika on the top of it.
They had a cover of paprika on top, lots of relish, and I tasted the egg in it, nice and creamy.
Might even have
really
been an
good.
onion in it too, because
yeah.
there was some crunch in it. I think that was the onion. But that and the ribs are the two things that I would go back for.
Ribs, potato salad, and I would say the firecracker sauce, because that was really
Yeah,
good.
the firecracker sauce was really good. And they have a mustard sauce too.
Yeah.
What was it called? Let's see.
It was, I want to say it was,
It had a cute name.
please hold, I have it written down here, gold sauce.
Yeah, the gold sauce.
It actually was really good.
Yeah, that one, I always say mustard sauces and chicken tenders, but that one was really, really would have gone good on a fried piece of chicken tender or a fried piece of chicken, because it was like a gold mustardy sauce, but it had a ton of black pepper in it, so it had a really, really nice flavor to it. But I really enjoyed this place, and our scoring, we've got our website up now. We've got the top 25, and we're starting to fill them in. And our scoring is a 0 to 100, and you have to score at least an 85 to get on our top 25 list. And we're gonna start doing halves and quarter points as well, because we're gonna have to start to differentiate the top from the top of the top 25 from the bottom of the top 25. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to start making some hard decisions and some quarter points and stuff. I really wanted to put these guys at an 85 and get them in there, but I just think, I know we're in we're grading off North Carolina standards here, but their brisket was just not good. It's probably one of the worst briskets we've had so far.
Yeah.
But then their ribs were the best, and then their North Carolina barbecue was kind of in the middle.
Pork,
so when it's all said and done, they'll probably be somewhere between an 80 and an 84, somewhere in there. I definitely would go back.
Okay.
I don't think we'll go out of our way. It'll be a day where we have to be like craving some ribs and potato salad. But that would be definitely what gets me to come back. I mean, their ribs are, if you want ribs, this is the place to go. And if you want some good potato salad, definitely. Oh, and their sweet tea was really good too.
See, we're torn on this
It
one.
was right in so the first cup I had, and I guess they came out and refilled it while we were eating, but the first cup I had a lot of ice in it, and it was right in the middle, not too sweet, because I'll normally cut it like half and half tea with unsweet and sweet. But
it was too sweet for me right out the gate. So when I went back, I did 3/4 unsweet with the sweet. So
when I went back after I guess they changed it out, it was much sweeter, and so I like that first one where it was like middle of the road, but I didn't have any ice in my cup either on the second one.
that's true.
Because you refilled my glass and didn't put ice in it.
I'm just a mean woman. No ice in the iced tea.
Yeah.
So
how evil.
overall, it was a fun, good experience. I'm really glad we stopped. But like you said, would we go out of our way? No, I wouldn't.
I mean, and honestly, I would go back just to try the brisket again and the
Give it
pulled
another
pork
try.
to
Okay, I'll do that.
see if they were just having an off day with the brisket. I mean, they were pretty busy. It's a Saturday.
It was a rainy Saturday.
Yeah, it was a rainy Saturday too, and there was a lot of people coming in and out, and a lot of scuttlebutt about the ribs. People were talking about the ribs and asking questions. So I mean,
ribs ready.
Yeah,
I'm so glad we got the ribs.
I think that's why people go there. But I definitely, when we swing in there, I mean, like she said, we go by there a lot when we're going to the west part of the state and not wanting to travel on the interstate. So we go through there quite a bit. So we'll be back in there one day.
So all in all, check out the grading system on our website. I'm going to put a link in the description here. It's not the same name as our YouTube channel. It's a little bit different. It's
pitstopbarbecuereviews.com.
Pitstop Barbecue Review. So I'll put the link in the description so you guys can access it. And kind of give us some thoughts on it, but we really appreciate you, and we got a couple more reviews to do to get caught up here.
All right, thanks guys.